So, the date today is May 24th, 2025. Just last Thursday, on May 22nd, President Donald Trump hosted this really exclusive dinner. The event was held at his prestigious golf club in Sterling, Virginia, which is just outside Washington, D.C. There were more than 200 guests attending this notable gathering, and well, a lot of media outlets described many of them as wealthy crypto bros. The evening was a formal black tie affair designed as a unique reward, specifically to honor those who showed dedicated loyalty to the president's venture into digital currency. Now, the qualification standards for this elite event were pretty strict and tied directly to cryptocurrency investment. The invited guests were actually the top 220 holders of President Trump's personal dollar Trump meme coin. Their collective investments in this digital token reportedly added up to millions of dollars. And on top of that, the 25 largest investors received an even more exclusive invitation, granting them access to a small private VIP reception with the president himself. As a security measure, all attendees were required to complete a thorough background check before entry. The financial commitment to secure an invitation was substantial for many individuals. For example, Nick Pinto, a marketing director, openly told CNBC about his significant expenditure. He said he spent $500,000 on the dollar Trump meme token, primarily to attend this dinner. The sale of such meme coins plus associated transaction fees has reportedly generated considerable revenue. Media reports estimate these earnings to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars for the coin's issuer, which really highlights just how lucrative this crypto enterprise has become. The arrival of the guests was carefully orchestrated for maximum effect and exclusivity. Attendees were specifically instructed not to arrive before 5:30 p.m. on the evening of the gala, and the formal dinner itself was scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Many guests witnessed the dramatic landing of Marine One on the golf course grounds. After this impressive arrival, President Trump personally greeted many of the attendees, which just added to the air of importance and selectness surrounding the entire event. The dinner itself was officially titled the Donald J. Trump Dollar Trump Gala Dinner, and, honestly, it was quite the grand affair. It all unfolded within the luxurious confines of the Trump National Golf Club in Sterling, Virginia. The menu was carefully curated for these distinguished guests, starting with a refreshing Trump organic field green salad. For the main course, attendees could choose between a classic filet mignon or a pan-seared halibut. The meal wrapped up with a decadent warm lava cake for dessert, making sure everyone had a pretty memorable culinary experience. President Trump made a notable appearance, dressed in his characteristic blue suit and a vibrant red tie. He delivered a speech that lasted about 20 minutes, really captivating his audience. During his address, he shared stories about his 2024 election victory over Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. He also made strong statements affirming his administration's support for the cryptocurrency sector. "We are believers," President Trump declared, emphasizing that the whole administration, we're big believers in the future of digital assets. Besides stories of political triumph and crypto endorsements, President Trump's speech touched on other key policy areas. He specifically attacked Vice President Kamala Harris's handling of issues at the southern border, and then, kinda controversially claimed, "But we have the strongest border ever." According to Christoph Heuermann, one of the guests, President Trump didn't interact with the crowd other than enjoying being celebrated. Even those who held VIP token status reportedly couldn't speak directly or shake hands with him during this part of the evening. The event wasn't just about dining and speeches. There was also some subtle promotion going on. Guests had the opportunity to pose next to a prominent sign featuring an image of President Trump alongside the words, "Fight, fight, fight," printed boldly. This slogan, familiar from his political rallies, really resonated with his base. Importantly, the sign also included a direct link to GetTrumpMemes.com, which is the platform for purchasing more of the dollar Trump meme coins, ensuring continued engagement with his crypto project. Among the most high-profile attendees was Justin Sun, a significant figure in the crypto world. Sun, who is a Chinese-born crypto mogul, was publicly recognized as the top holder of Trump's meme coin. His investment in the dollar Trump token was valued at about $18 million, which is just a staggering sum. As a token of appreciation, Sun posted a video declaring he was awarded a Trump Golden Tourbillon watch. It's worth noting that Sun is currently facing civil fraud charges in the United States. Other international guests and notable personalities also attended the event. Christoph Heuermann, who calls himself the youngest German in all countries of the world, was listed among the top 220 holders. Uriman observed that the crowd was mostly made up of young professionals deeply involved in the crypto space. He noted a strong European contingent, a fair share of Chinese investors, and interestingly, comparatively few Americans. This paints a picture of a truly international gathering of crypto enthusiasts. Former NBA player Lamar Odom was another recognizable face in the crowd, though his reception was kind of mixed. Reports suggest he was greeted with some boos upon his arrival or recognition. Despite this, Odom later shared photos on social media proudly wearing a Trump hat and displaying a collector's card confirming his status as a top $220 Trump token holder. Brendan McCafferty, a self-described media executive, was also on the VIP invitation list, which shows there was a pretty diverse range of backgrounds among the president's crypto supporters. The presence of certain individuals really highlighted the intersection of cryptocurrency investment and political connections. Boris Epshteyn, a senior advisor to President Trump and a member of his legal team, was spotted at the event, signaling a level of White House awareness, if not official endorsement, of the gathering. This all underscored the blend of new crypto wealth meeting established political figures. While some guests were purely financial investors, others, like Epshteyn, clearly represented ties to Trump's immediate political circle, drawing significant media interest. The exclusive dinner inevitably, and honestly pretty quickly, ignited a firestorm of controversy and criticism. A primary concern voiced by ethics watchdogs and political opponents centered on the potential for foreign nationals to purchase access to the president. The United States Constitution includes an emoluments clause, which broadly bans presidents from receiving gifts or benefits from foreign governments or their agents without the explicit consent of Congress. The anonymous or pseudonymous nature of many cryptocurrency transactions added another layer of complexity and suspicion to these concerns. Prominent Democratic senators were swift and forceful in their condemnation of the event. Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut called the dinner an unprecedented pay-to-play scheme, suggesting that access was being sold. His colleague, Senator Chris Murphy, also from Connecticut, echoed these sentiments with even stronger language. Murphy called the event a scam and described it as the most brazenly corrupt thing a president has ever done. These serious accusations directly questioned the ethical underpinnings and legality of the gathering. Interestingly, unease wasn't limited to Democratic circles. Some Republicans also expressed reservations. Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming, a noted Republican advocate for cryptocurrency, said the event gave her pause. The White House, however, pushed back firmly against these criticisms. Officials maintained that President Trump attended the dinner in his personal capacity, not as a presidential function. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt dismissed allegations of profiting from the presidency as absurd for anyone to insinuate. A significant challenge in addressing these concerns is the inherent lack of transparency in cryptocurrency dealings. Because of the often anonymous nature of digital wallets, the identities of many top-dollar Trump coin investors are not easily identifiable or publicly known. When the White House was pressed on whether a guest list would be released for public scrutiny, a spokesperson responded kind of evasively. The spokesperson stated that President Trump only acts in the best interests of the American public, a response that failed to satisfy transparency advocates and has, honestly, left a lot of questions still lingering about these kinds of events.